Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm taking a look at Transformers Generations Legacy United Cybertron Universe Starscream. And here we have Starscream in his alt mode, very accurate to the Cybertron cartoon. And this is a pretty dang good looking Voyager. We've got that, I think while this is like unfortunately the prototype gray plastic, it is accurate to Starscream's gray. We've got some red paint, a little bit of gold, these little like navy blue bits here. It's looking pretty good. My minor complaint, not a big one, but a minor complaint, is I do wish, because we've had 20 years of advancement in toy technology, that these guns were posable. I wish they could rotate up and down. That would have been a neat addition. We don't have landing gear on the bottom. Things do fold up pretty nicely, especially for a jet former. We have a gun that is hidden back here, so it goes underneath here. Things are maybe a little loosey-goosey. There's some parts that are just held on by swivel joints or pegged in, but overall, I think this is a general improvement over the original Cybertron toy. The fact that the head folds away is big. We do have a teeny tiny, can we even get that in focus? Teeny tiny little planet cyber key, Decepticon cyber key that can go in right here. And yeah, he swooshes just fine. For comparison, while this is Dirge, this is the original mold. So you can see the difference in terms of like the head sticking up. We do have a gun piece here that is being mimicked by the new gun, even though this one fired something. These pieces did still wiggle. So I do wish that this locked into place a bit more firmly, but I recognize why it's, I guess, a bit of an homage to the original, even though I do wish things locked into place a little tighter. But here's how they look and compare. So we've shrunk down a little bit. I think this was originally an Ultra class, and now it's a Voyager. But it is a general. It just feels like it's a little more aerodynamic, and I dig the differences here. If we're comparing to other Cybertron toys, here we have some updated Cybertron toys. So we can see how he compares to, another Voyager and then a Deluxe. We are still, sitting at the Voyager price point, the Voyager size class, and things look good overall. I think I like the way the aesthetics blend together here, even if we've got some classic Cybertron designs and then a reimagining. It all, to me, feels like it's part of the same collection. And just like the original, transformation is pretty simple. First thing we're going to do is we're going to come in here. We're going to pop open this gun piece, take that out. We do have, I was storing the planet cyber key here. It is non-functional. There's no gimmick in here to make it engage, but you can take that out if you wanted to as well. So you can keep it closed. We're going to open it up for transformation at the bottom. We are going to untab these two arms here, which is a difference. They clipped in before on the original toy. They would clip up here. But because proportions have been changed a little bit to make it a little more svelte, they tab into the sides. Now that those are unclipped, we can separate out the feet and bring down the legs. Get those down. Just like the original, we're going to fold in the front part of the nose cone. Now we can fold out what is a heel section, building out those heels. Same thing on this side. Then we can close up this panel piece, which closes up our legs and gets rid of some gaps, which I do appreciate. Up top, with the arms out of the way, we can fold them up, and they're going to clip in right here. Folding out the hand is simple enough if I can remember which way to do it. I always get this like break wrong, but I think it's, there we go. Fold it out this way, fold out the fist, close it back up. Same thing on this side. Folding it out this way. There we go. And last but not least, we're going to bring this torso down. And when we do, we can clip it in right there. It clicks nice and solidly. Bring down the tail fin and then open up his backpack, which lets us rotate out his head. That's the only real new bit of transformation, but it does help distinguish him from his original form. And this is a very svelte and athletic looking Starscream design. And starting off with articulation, this is a huge improvement over the original toy. We've got a nicely ball jointed head here. I do wish it could look up a little more, but it can look down in that kind of superhero pose, kind of with the pelvis out. We do have 360 on the shoulders. They can go in that far before he starts clashing a little bit. But that's not all. There is also a butterfly joint, which I really appreciate. It helps with his posability a lot if you want to get him in kind of a fighting stance or something like that. That is really cool. We also have a bicep swivel. This piece can move out of the way, so we do have full bicep swivel. This piece can actually come off entirely if you want it to. We do have wrist swivel, which I really appreciate, especially on a toy like this. We have thigh swivel, which is impressive because, right, it's all one nose cone, but they managed to fit thigh swivel in here. It's really cool that they did. Very high side kick, very high front kick, very high back kick, thigh swivel here, deep knee bend, and that's without breaking up the sculpt or anything, which I appreciate. And then we do have ankle tilts and toe tilts. I mean, this is a highly posable Voyager. The butterfly joints alone give him a lot of flexibility. And that's not even including his gimmicks. The original toy had a gimmick where you could take the cyber key, you could stick it in his back here, and it would cause a spring-loaded gimmick to come out. I reviewed Dirge recently. In this case, that doesn't exist, but these like detachable wings can come out, and you can even fold up this piece, and you get a cool-looking Cybertronian sword here, just like in the original. I do like that a lot. We also have his gun here, and we do have, I think his sculpting and molding help blend in. We've got ports on the side here for interacting with armorizers. We've got ports on the side here. We've got these ports that can, this shoulder piece can essentially rearrange itself to give you more motion up. But we've got ports on the side here. We've got these pieces can come up. So he has, back ports. He has a lot of like build and play features just by himself, on top of being a highly posable Voyager. And he looks good while doing all that. If we're comparing him to the original, we've got a big improvement in flexibility and posability, as well as, I think, a big improvement in sculpt. We've got much longer forearms. Those proportions look a lot better. The torso, if you notice here, like the hips go higher here, the shoulders aren't that much higher. It feels like we've captured the proportions while keeping him, keeping that flexibility and that dynamic posability we want. We've got improved sculpting, like the missiles here are improved over the original, things like that, the engine pieces back here. Stuff like that just looks really good. And he fits right at home with the rest of the Legacy United stuff. If we're looking at Cybertron toys from the recent generations toys, here's how he looks compared to there. If you want to compare him, for example, to my default Legacy United Deluxe, he's nice and big compared to Chase. I think this is, to me, the highlight of Wave 2 so far. Now, I haven't reviewed Gears, and I haven't had a chance to look at Silverbolt or Sandstorm, but Cybertron Starscream is really a fantastic toy. I am super excited to try and get this as a repaint. We haven't gotten repaints of the Armada toy yet. I'm hoping that because we've gotten all these Starscream molds, we're gonna pump out some Seeker repaints. Whatever they end up doing, I'm gonna be very excited for because Starscream is pretty fantastic. To that end, though, I think that while I really like this toy and I really want a repaint of it, maybe we get the new Dirge colors. That would be kind of cool. Maybe something else. But for now, I'm not going to keep this version. I'm not going to keep the Starscream version. As cool as he is, this is going to be a giveaway. And the giveaway is going to be nice and simple. I really like this toy. I think people universally like it. If you are excited for the Starscream mold, what is the repaint you are most excited for? I'm going to tell you an obscure one that's like 99.99% not going to happen. Maybe I'll have to get a custom. But in the Transformers, The Time Is Now, the Transformers RPG book, they added a new Seeker. Let's go into the back end here. They got a couple cool new stuff. There's Spike Strip. She looks awesome. But I think right at the beginning... Here we go. This guy is called Blaze Wake. He's like purple and yellow and gray. He's weird looking, but I like that color scheme a lot. I don't want it as a traditional Seeker, but I like this color scheme being applied to this guy. I think that would be really, really neat. Maybe it's an opportunity for me to get back into customizing. But if you haven't done one of my giveaways before, they are pretty simple. All you have to do is go down in the comments and you're going to answer the question today, which is, if we were to get an obscure repaint or a repaint of Cybertron Universe Starscream, what color scheme are you most hoping for? Go down in the comments, answer that question, and then 1 week from today, when I am back from Peru, I will announce the giveaway winner of Starscream, as well as the giveaway winner for Chromia. I'm going to announce both of them in the same giveaway. So tune back in 1 week from today on May 18th, and I'll announce the winners. Catch you all next time. Bye.